Rohit Sharma's India 4, Brendan McCullum, Ben Stokes' Bazball England 1. For all the aggressive hype, for all the intent that you wanted to show, in the end, Bazball was a damp squib in India. 4-1, perhaps if you want to have a bit more, if you want to say fairness towards England, they had their moments in each and every match. But barring Dharamshala and Rajkot, which was an abject surrender, they couldn't capitalize on key moments in Ranchi. They couldn't capitalize on key moments in Vizag. Hyderabad was their only place where they managed to pull off something sensational. But there were certain moments in this test match and in this series that ensured India became victors by a margin of 4-1. Now, what were those moments? Hyderabad is one particular exception which I want to give, because see, there you lost. But from that point on, there were some very crucial moments which ensured the series turned in Rohit Sharma's favor. Now, moment number 1 for me in this entire series was this particular image. Ollie Pope heading into Vizag had hit 196 of the finest runs that you could have in Hyderabad. He was the X factor. Sweeps, reverse sweep, you look at it, he was going to do it. But in came Jasprit Bumrah. A Yorker honing in at the stumps, shattering 2 out of the 3 stumps. That was the X factor which ensured England mentally were shot, because Ollie Pope, following that delivery, never recovered. It all culminated in a pair in Ranchi and he threw his wickets away in Dharamshala. This is why this was the starting point of Ollie Pope actually being dismantled. Bumrah's spell in Vizag was the turning point, because he ensured that on decks which are supposed to assist spin, how come a pacer is getting so much assistance? That was the moment. Vizag was won because of the exploits of Jasprit Bumrah. And because of that, you have to understand the magnitude, which is why he was kind of, you maybe say unlucky that he didn't win the player of the series, because on pitches which assisted spin, Bumrah was the ultimate X factor. Even Hyderabad, that white heat that he generated when he bowled Duckett and he got rid of Root, kept India in the hunt. But unfortunately, that was not meant to be. So Bumrah dismantling Ollie Pope with possibly the ball of the series. The English media will beg to disagree on every single thing. But for us, this was the ball of the series and ensured India came back in the contest. But the second moment that is not spoken about much happened in the same test match, and that was Shubman Gill. Now, Shubman Gill heading into this Vizag test match was under immense pressure, had not contributed much in test matches. He was already under pressure for failing in Hyderabad. He got a duck in the 4th innings. Then here also in the 1st innings he got a duck. Now he was given LBW to Tom Hartley. He thought, okay, maybe it's done. I am not able to review it. 2 to 3 seconds remaining. Shreyas Iyer encourages Shubman Gill, go for the review. It showed an inside edge, and because of that, riding his luck, Shubman Gill managed to ensure that he got to one of the most important hundreds that he would have ever hit in his career. He rode his luck, challenged the DRS. There were a lot of things which went in his favor, and this was the recovery period for Shubman Gill. Now, that is the reason why Shubman Gill contributing was very, very important, because look at Vizag, you look at Rajkot, you look at Ranchi, you look at Dharamshala, the middle order was inexperienced. Had Gill failed, the rest of the middle order would also have capitulated. But with Gill performing, it gave the inexperienced middle order a big, big buffer. And that is why Shubman Gill, the DRS in Vizag, it changed his fortune, it changed India's luck and his luck also. So that was another major, major moment. But now we head into Rajkot, and 2 instances there ensured that perhaps England had handed the series to India on a platter. This particular moment is the turning point in which many people are stating, yes, England probably lost the series, because Rohit Sharma had actually edged and Joe Root was at slip. Now India were 47 for 3. Had that catch been taken, Rohit Sharma was out 47 for 4. The middle order also would have capitulated, but that didn't happen. Root's drop proved to be costly. Rohit went on to hit a century along with Ravindra Jadeja also. And after that, Sarfaraz chipped in with a 50. From 47 for 3, India managed to go to 445. Joe Root dropping the catch ensured that the series had just about turned when he decided to add the X factor that yes, the series was going India's favor. Because 445 India were all out, but England had already made a good start, 207 for 2 after the end of day 2. Ben Duckett going incredibly strong on 133. And then comes on day 3. The stupidest shot ever played in Test history. We are not saying it. We were tempted to say it, but we couldn't say it. It was the English press that stated it. Imagine the situation, 207 for 2. India were without Ravichandran Ashwin. The pitch was still flat. England could have dreamt about even taking a lead. Such was the conditions. But Joe Root played that shot straight to Yashasvi Jaiswal at slip, and then England lost 8 wickets for 112 runs. Because Joe Root got out and looking at the plan that Mohammad Siraj was bowling, unfortunately even Duckett lost rhythm and he fell for 153. So what England thought could have been a lead, they ended up conceding a 126 run deficit. Game over. After that, Sarfraz and Yashasvi Jaiswal absolutely murdered the England bowling. Just ask Jimmy Anderson, 700 wickets, but he was hit for 3 sixes by Yashasvi Jaiswal. He made him feel like a total club level bowler. That was how brutal Rajkot was, and because of that, 400 plus run loss. Whatever way England wanted to say, oh yes, you're going to play aggressive cricket, positive cricket, confident cricket. After Rajkot, they were shot. Mentally also, they just could not hang in there, and that's why this shot, combined with the drop earlier, ensured Root's nightmare, gave India the series on a platter. But the one moment which ensured that this trophy was heading into India's favor, and that pressure moments and clutch moments India had the hold on, was the Jurel Kuldeep partnership in Ranchi. Now, is it any coincidence that Jasprit Bumrah, when he was rested, Joe Root got his confidence back and he scored 100? Not at all. Ollie Robinson and Joe Root's partnership in Ranchi ensured that England got to 350 plus. India was staring down the barrel at 177 for 7. Had they conceded a lead in excess of 100, and looking at the way how England had batted on the second innings, 250 plus would have been near impossible to chase. But Jurel and Kuldeep ensured that they got such a good partnership going, and Jurel batting with Akashdeep and Mohammad Siraj ensured that England's lead was restricted to just 46. England capitulated in the third innings with Ravichandran Ashwin taking 5 wickets, 192. Psychologically, it was far better than chasing 250 plus. If it was 250 plus, you could have seen Dharamshala go into an absolute decider, 2-2. But remember, this partnership and the way how Jurel batted with Kuldeep ensured that the collateral damage was limited to a huge way. And because of that, this partnership stamped India series, and the maturity with which Dhruv Jurel batted with Shubman Gill in the 4th innings when they were chasing 192, 5 down with Shoaib Bashir getting that extra bounce, ensured India had gotten a star. And that is the reason why these 5 moments ensured the series turned totally in India's favor. Do you have any other moment which ensures that the series turned in India's favor? You can write those in the comments below. Thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this video. We'll be back with more updates on sports today. Tap that bell icon so you know when we go live, and don't forget we're on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram as well. Bye-bye.